Hello and welcome. I'm Chanel Childs with ChanelChilds.net, and we meet here every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And what I wanted to talk to you about today is the power of really focusing on the big picture within your home-based business. Now, this is one of my favorite subjects to talk about because I truly believe that your big picture is your ticket to really moving forward in the way of your dreams. And I believe it's the way that it can actually help you to really reach the amount of success that you desire to reach. Hello out there. I'm Chanel Childs with ChanelChilds.net. We meet here every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, and what we're talking about today, hi Jasmine, I'm Chanel Childs. We meet here every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, and what we're talking about today is really the power of focusing on the big picture within your home-based business. Now, I believe that this is key for not only you and I, but I believe that this is really the key to moving forward within our home-based business. And the first reason that I believe that is simply because there are always going to be all sorts of distractions and things to pull you away from focusing on the big picture within your home-based business. Now, especially when you first get started out, in many cases, a lot of times what will happen is you may not have instant results, right? Or maybe you're kind of stuck in your business. Now, hello out there to all of you newcomers. I'm Chanel Childs with ChanelChilds.net. We meet here every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And what we're talking about today is really the power of seeing the big picture within your home-based business. Now, I believe that focusing on the big picture is what can actually save your business and is what can actually, sorry, there's a big bug around me, but it's also what can actually pull you through within your business, right? Because a lot of times in your home-based business, you're going to have every different thing that can come around to distract you. Whether it's another business opportunity or another job opportunity or whatever it is, there are always going to be all sorts of distractions. And I believe that truly recognizing your big picture is what can actually keep you focused on where you're going, right? Because a lot of times what most people look at is what's happening in the now. They look at, oh, I don't have any results. Oh, my business is stuck at a standstill. But they're not looking at the big picture. They're not seeing the down the line, right? Because a lot of times within your business, there are going to be things that happen in not the way that you expected them to happen, right? Maybe you have this way that you think that everything's supposed to fall into place, and maybe things don't happen that way. And so what I want you to keep your eyes open to and you keep your mind focused on is the big picture and recognizing the fact that, whatever results you have today are not always going to be the results that you have tomorrow, especially if you begin to plug your mind into what it is that you truly desire, right? So when I say big picture, what I mean is what's your goal within your home-based business, right? What do you want to accomplish? Is it you want to quit your job, or is it that you want to stay at home with your kids? Is it you want to travel the world? What is that for you, and what does that look like for you? Well, you want to start to see that in your mind, right? Because today's results, a lot of times we'll say, I don't even think this is worth it because it's taking up all of my time. But what most people are not seeing is the big picture, right? A lot of times we have to make some sacrifices first before we get to our end result, right? Things aren't going to always be like instantly, happening right away, popcorn results, right? So we have to recognize that if we want to get to the next level in our lives and in our business, that we've got to keep our eyes focused on the big picture, because when you have the big picture in mind, it will pull you through on the days that the distractions come along. It'll pull you through when that new person comes along with that new business opportunity. Now, I'm not saying there's something wrong with having multiple sources of income, but what I'm saying is if you haven't figured out the first business, it's going to be kind of hard for you to figure out multiple businesses, right? You want to focus first on one thing, and once you settle there and understand that and get successful with that, then move on to the next, right? I mean, it's obviously your own business, and this is just, I'm only saying from my own personal experience, right? Robert Kiyosaki, who's the author of the Rich Dad Poor Dad books, has a quote out there. Don't quote me on this, but he says something along the lines of follow one course until successful. Right? Because he realizes that we have to focus first in one place before we can focus on multiple things, right? You got to get successful in one thing and then move on to the next, right? If you haven't figured out the first company, you're probably not going to be able to figure out the next one. So what you need to do is figure out what's wrong with what you're doing today, right? What's wrong with your business today? What do you need to change within your business today, right? And how do you do that? You start to focus on the big picture and you go through the challenges, right? There's going to be challenges in your business. There's going to be setbacks in your business, but you've got to say, you know what? I'm going to stick this thing out. I'm going to follow through with this thing, and I'm going to make it work. Now, I hope that this encourages you to stay focused on the big picture within your home-based business. We meet here every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. If we're not already friends on Facebook, feel free to add me as a friend, but send me a private message and let me know that you know me from Periscope, right? Now, I would love to connect with you there on Facebook. Have an awesome day, and thank you for being here. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific time.